NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time. The Cedars is a great restaurant with outstanding Mediterranean food. The Cedars takeout menu is second to none, featuring pizza, stromboli, hoagies, their famous lamb on the rod, and so much more. So when you're hungry and you want that Newcastle taste, make it Cedars. Now with 2 locations in Newcastle, 827 Addis Street on the east side and 1101 Highland Avenue. Call Cedars East 724-658-9260 or Cedars North 724-652-7657.
Good morning, Newcastle. Welcome to Tuesday. Yes, August 18th. Wow, can you believe it as this month slips by? Hope you're going to make your way out to the Lawrence County Fair. There's news, sports, weather, and a whole bunch more. So get that first cup of coffee. And NewsWatch is straight ahead for you.
Wow, yes, it's fun to go to the Y, and now with great affordable rates, it's more swimming, more exercise, more family time. The YMCA in downtown Newcastle, or the Y Zone on Eleanor Drive in Shannon Township, welcomes you to a variety of programs, exercise, and fun events.
Come dine with us, come dine today. If you could use some real good food, there's a place not far away. If you could use a drink or two, or a place to go and play, come to Gallows Italian Villa today.
Bringing to NCTV45.
Good morning and welcome to NCTV45's NewsWatch. And it's a great Tuesday in what I call the greatest castle in the world. And that's for you, Nick James. Maybe the greatest. Oh, wait, let me put it. And don't get riled up. It's just in our opinion. Let's do some talking points for Nick. And this is what Nick wrote. Seems as though Nick has a little website called Road Snacks, where he visits areas using Google road maps. Now, there you go. If you really want to report on something, don't go. Just look it up. And what did Nick write? Pennsylvania, where you've got 2 liberal bookends, and in between, some pretty rural stretches of conservatism. Well, Nick, that really sounds like you know what you're talking about, because apparently Erie and Scranton don't count. Only Pittsburgh and Philadelphia? Yeah, right. Okay. The only place where all of the sports teams have the same color, last I checked, and I'm not a real big Philadelphia fan, but you could be talking about Pittsburgh here. So that already tells us that you're not a fan of Western Pennsylvania. But you have to be talking about Pittsburgh because, after all, the Eagles and the Phillies don't have the same color. The Flyers and, yes, the Philadelphia 76ers don't have the same color. So apparently, maybe you should get those eyes checked. Yes, and where the fans actually know what the heck they're talking about. Well, could that be a compliment? I really don't know. Compliment or sarcasm. As he goes on, he says, and then there's the food and culture. Plus, Pittsburgh has been named one of the best cities in the nation many times over. Well, you just blasted them a paragraph ago. So apparently you're trying to be an attention getter, in our opinion, but don't get riled up, Nick. Okay. Pennsylvania might be one of the most interesting states in the nation. He goes on. Is it all that good? Well, really, truly, Nick, if you're just looking on Google Maps, how would you know? Just like every other state, Pennsylvania has least desirable spots. You know, there's a lot of least desirable spots in many homes in the nation. If you go into the bathroom after somebody else has been in there, it might not be a desirable spot. It might stink. But nevertheless, it's, as those Pennsylvania Amish Dutch referred to it, the necessary room. As we go on, and Nick writes, the purpose of this post is to use science and data to determine which places are the worst you could possibly live and make your home in Pennsylvania. Now, Nick, the worst you could possibly, let's see how Nick lists the data. He goes on, after analyzing 258 cities in the state with populations over 5,000, we came up with this worst list. And yes, he thought putting Newcastle at the top was a great idea. You're probably thinking, he goes on to write, where the heck are those places? Before you get all riled up, Nick, we're going to analyze what you said. We understand that there's lots of good in every place, and we're not picking on rural America. Well, it sounded like that from the opening gun. But, however, according to the data, which doesn't measure things like beauty or friendly people, do you think it's important? I've been in some of the nicest restaurants and had some of the rudest people. Therefore, it wasn't a nice restaurant. It had rude service or people. There are far better options in Pennsylvania for making a place a home. Read below to see how we crunched the numbers. Okay, well, let's go to see how you crunched the numbers. We threw a lot of criteria in order to determine the best possible results. We used crime data, Bureau of Labor. Okay. Now, population density. The lower, the worse, meaning the less population, the less there was to do for indoor entertainment. Well, apparently, Nick, you're a little short on that Google Map idea because you didn't look at where the greatest castle in the world is located. We're located right in the center of it all. Yes, about 50 minutes from Pittsburgh. A lot of great things to do. And, well, Nick, I think you missed this one, but just a stone's throw away from Youngstown, where, excuse me, Nick, still a lot of great things to do, like a minor league baseball team and hockey team. And excuse me, Nick, you missed this one, sorry, but an hour or so away from Erie and Cleveland, where there's a little pond called Lake Erie. You must have missed that one, Nick. And oh, by the way, I happen to be a college football fan, and we can see Penn State, Pitt, West Virginia, and yeah, Notre Dame's just a mere 5 hours, 6 hours away, right across an easy drive on Interstate 80. So not to mention Michigan or Michigan State, and Youngstown State, Duquesne, Westminster, to name a few. So, oh, but wait, hold it. Westminster is actually in our county, and a great college, I might add. So apparently, Nick, this, the worst for population and entertainment, apparently, Nick, you weren't paying attention to NCTV 45. And apparently, Nick, you missed it. Son of a gun. You missed the Italian festival. Yeah, right there, a beautiful Cascade Park. You missed Back to the 50s. You missed the fireworks festival. You missed the 4th of July picnics and festivals or community days that they had at Pearson. You apparently missed the St. Vitus Festival. And you know, by all means, I think you missed the Lawrence County Fair. And that's going on right now, Nick. So, nothing to do? I'm happy to say that my kids had an activity every week this summer. And they didn't leave the county. Nick, you have a problem with your first assumption. Highest unemployment rate. Well, you know what? People are unemployed everywhere, Nick. And when unemployment happens, we don't throw them out of our town because they were unemployed. Median income or cost of living. Well, it looks like you're counting the unemployment twice, because when you become unemployed, your median income goes down. But, you know, highest housing vacancy rate. Not even going to touch it. Educational low expenditures per student and high student-teacher ratio. That's interesting, because if your teacher ratio comes up 14 and somebody else's teacher ratio comes up 14.1, does that mean they're 30 and you're 31? Nick, very weak in this analysis. And the last one is my all-time favorite. High crime rate. Well, Nick, we were around that when the folks from Florida and the Home Security Shield group decided to dump that dirty laundry on us. Nick, please go back and watch as I interviewed people on the street on just how safe they were and how safe they felt. Now, could it be because we are actually cracking down on violators of crime? You have a high crime rate when you report everything, Nick. So that makes absolutely no sense. And then if you'd like to see a complete list of the cities, scroll to the bottom. Well, as we go to the bottom of this little list, Nick's best city that he thought that's really super duper only has a population of 5,912 people. Nick, you contradicted your first criteria. Low population means you have nothing to do. In our opinion, that's what you said. Now, no reason to get all wound up about this. As I look at this website, there are definitely places with higher populations and more to do, but your most livable cities all have populations well under 13,000. It doesn't make sense. But in the words of Nick, who said, "Don't get all riled up. This is only my opinion." And I quote Nick. Nick, your facts need to be readjusted. You've been going to fantasy land a little too much, in our opinion, on Google Maps. Maybe you should actually visit the places, or at least Newcastle. So we invite you to come, spend your money, come to one of our festivals, see our people, talk to them. And by doggone, maybe by the time you leave, Nick, rather than to get people to come to your website by saying negative things, maybe you'll change your mind and say, boy, I just went to the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence. Now, that was a little bit of some talking points that probably a lot of people were unaware of. Before you blow up and think these things are actually fact, you should look behind to see what they did or used. Now, we're going to be right back with a whole lot more after these messages.
Butts Flowers and Gifts offers top quality flower arrangements and gifts for any occasion. The pros at Butts Flowers and Gifts provide exceptional customer service, and each bouquet is hand arranged. Stop in and check out their wide selection of gift baskets and plants. They provide flower delivery service locally to Newcastle, Bessemer, Edinburgh, New Wilmington, West Pittsburgh, and across the nation. It's Butts Flowers at 120 East Washington Street in downtown Newcastle. Call 724-652-7727 or toll free 1-800-443-7726. If you're craving pizza and more, then Little Johnny's 2 wants you to come through the door. Their menu includes many pizza varieties, jumbo wings, hoagies, calzones, strombolis, flatbread sandwiches, bread bowl salads, soups, and more. Dine in, take out, or have them delivered. Little Johnny's 2 can even cater your next party. Their prices are right, and the food is the way you expect it. Little Johnny's 2 is located at 130 East Washington Street in downtown Newcastle. Call 724-657-2210.
Welcome back, and I was glad I could share those little talking points with you. I don't want to take anything off of the boys at Fox News or O'Reilly, but that goes to show you how many loose, factual assumptions are made to come up with spins to get people to go to their website. Now, in the other top stories of the day, hey, remember, if you don't think you have anything to do, well, tonight's the Lawrence County Fair. And by doggone, I bet there'll be a lot of things out there like entertainment, food, and so much great people around, and tractor pulls and contests, that you'll just have a great time. Maybe send a postcard to Nick. And how about this? The Hoyt. Yeah, there's one of our other institutions of, we have a collection from Nick's own North Carolina. The Gerald Marburger Gallery in Charlotte, and I probably said that wrong, Nick, but I didn't visit it on Google Maps. From August 4th to the 23rd, there is Rossetti's collection, best known for his sculptures of ideogram that stood over 23 feet tall between the former Twin Towers and World Trade Center. This distinctive style emerged in the 60s, and this is on display, these pieces. There are about 40 pieces in the United States. This exhibit is on display here in Newcastle. What can I say? It's a great piece. Pieces they have. Rossetti studied violin at an early age and played with the Pittsburgh String Symphony as a teen. Oh, in case you don't know, they also visit Newcastle at the cathedral that was at one time voted the best, most beautiful building in Pennsylvania. Probably don't know that. He was credited with spending time at the Carnegie Music Hall for instilling a passion for sculpture. And in the late 30s, he worked as a sculptor for the Works Progress Administration. That's the WPA, who built quite a few things here in Newcastle. And in 1944, he moved to New York City, the Pratt Institute and Cooper Union, and later Yale University, and he was a charter member of the 8th Street Club. His works are on view here in Newcastle. Now, the Hoyt, in case you don't know, marks its 50th anniversary of fulfilling a mission to expand and enrich life in our community through participation in the arts. Oh, hold on a second. We just don't have anything to do here. It's a diverse schedule of exhibits, classes, workshops, events, and after-school programs offered year-round. Yeah, the two mansions that date from 1970 stand right there on Newcastle's North Hill. The standard gallery hours are Tuesday and Thursday from 11 to 8, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 11 to 4. And for more information, you can call 724-652-2882 or visit hoytcenter.org. Wow. Just amazing on the number of things going in and on and around the city of Newcastle in the county of Lawrence, in what we call the greatest castle in the world. Now, we're going to be right back after these messages.
Your family and friends will be pleased if you suggest dining at Mary's Middle Eastern Restaurant in Newcastle. Lamb and chicken dishes, stuffed grape leaves, tabbouleh, hummus, kibbe, and so much more from their huge menu. When you're looking for something different for your dining experience, then Mary's is the answer. Many of their customers come in from nearby counties. Mary's Middle Eastern Restaurant, located on Long Avenue in Newcastle. Call 724-652-2447.
There's more than me. eye. Gotta give them in Newcastle a try. They're a small town for living. Look around.
If you're craving hot dogs and more, and you're in the area, then look no farther than Coney Island, downtown Newcastle on Kennedy Square.
Now it's time for that Cedar Sports Corner. And yes, how about those Battling Buccos? They looked good over the weekend, and they were tangling with the Arizona Diamondbacks last night. You could check that score streaming across the bottom of your screen. They'll take on Arizona today down in the Berg. And Cleveland, well, they're visiting the Boston Red Sox up there in New England. And the Tribe hasn't been faring too bad lately, but they're keeping company with the guys on the bottom of the pile. So not too great for the Tribe. Hopefully they get some wins against Boston. Now that was the Cedar Sports Corner. And if you'd like to stop in and tell us about your favorite team, would love to have you. Just give us a call at 724-510-7345. Send us an email at nctv45@gmail.com, and we'll make the arrangements. That was the Cedar Sports Corner, and we'll be right back after these messages. Horizons Treatment Center at 4 North Mill Street is a group of trained addiction professionals that can provide specialized treatment services. Located in the Washington Center, we are dedicated to serving the local community. Treatment services include co-occurring mental health and substance use disorders, problem gambling, and concurrent criminality. At New Horizons Treatment Center, we strive to provide hope, help, and healing. All in a nutshell, 102 and 117 North Mercer Street in Newcastle. Visit Keith and Margot Jackson for that new look. The latest in women's and men's clothing. Treat yourself today. You'll be glad you did.
Bill's Bake Shop will make you happy. Owner Bill Cast and his staff keep the tradition going with all those bakery items you remember as a kid. Just to name a few, Bill makes cream sticks, cinnamon rolls, bear claws, cream horns, cannoli, cakes, pies, cookies, bread, pizza, and more. You can also buy homemade cavatelli and ravioli. Bill's Bake Shop, located 228 North Liberty Street in the Mahoningtown section of Newcastle, is open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 to 5, and Sunday, 7 to 2, closed Monday. Bill's, where smiles are everywhere. Call 724-654-4223.
Welcome back. And just a few more things here going on in and around the city of Newcastle. Yes, Read, Learn, and Grow. That's at the Apple Castle, and it's on the 19th, where they have many great fruits and vegetables, but they also do this reading with the kids. Take them out to the Apple Castle. It'll be an enjoyable time. And how about this? The Wampum Gazebo Concert. Yeah, Sunday the 23rd from 7 to 8:30. And how about this? Welcome to Cholula and Kearney. Yes, floors on Newcastle's South Side, 1006 South Mill Street. Beautiful works there. They're joining the NCTV45 family, as is Arlington Market. Okay, as did the New Horizon Treatment Center. Yeah, a lot of people care about what I call the greatest castle in the world in the county of Lawrence. And so many positive things going on here. I guess you have to dig or put a spin on it to kind of find something negative. Well, you know, it was once said, and famous coach Lou Holtz took a guy and he was looking at this ball and it was swinging and they were knocking a building down. And one guy said to the other guy, and Lou Holtz made this quote, and forgive me if I kind of mess it up, I'm not as eloquent as him. What are you looking at? And the guy said, well, he says, I'm looking at that wrecking ball hitting that wall. He says, I stop and think about the talent involved. See, he says, I just swing that ball and it hits that wall and that wall falls down. And he said, really takes no talent at all. But when you think of all the skilled craftsmen and people it took to build that, the engineers and the people that planned it, now there's some skill. Just remember that. And I say that to the people in Newcastle that were on Facebook and Twitter, because as I came across this, and the number of people that watch us here, okay, are truly amazing. That's why when you Google that, Media Newcastle, PA, we come up. Because we're very, very good at stopping the spin. As they say, I don't want to take their words, okay? But you're not going to give us a bunch of, well, stuff you'd find at the stables at the Lawrence County Fair that they're shoveling out of there. We have a great city and a super county. And just like everywhere, there's problems. But don't bring that stuff here, because we'll fire back. Just like the other journal said, and I think it's time to say it, where they talked about incidents marring one of our many great festivals. The fact was, it happened after the festival was over, away from the center of the festival, and there was no guarantee that it would have happened or would not have happened on just a plain night. No, we report our crimes here rather than sweep them under a rug. The police, the district attorney, and the sheriff's office do their job. And when I walk across the street to get a Coney Island hot dog or a slice of pizza, or I go to the Commonwealth and have a grilled cheese with my friend Dale Perlman, or I stop at Dunkin' Donuts. Geez, I don't know. We're just not seeing what other people are seeing on these, quote, Google Maps. It's not Google's fault. It's people manipulating the facts. Now, that's going to do it for this segment of Top Stories. And welcome to our new advertisers. And we're going to be right back after these messages. Stay tuned.
The Crane Room is a restaurant. The Crane Room is a bar. The Crane Room is a banquet facility. The restaurant will please you time after time with their diverse menu. Ask about their daily specials. See the menu at craneroom.com. The bar gives you an abundance of choices with 35 beers on tap and always changing. Their banquet services are always to perfection. The Crane Room, located at 3009 Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township. Call 724-656-1553. Daimio and Olson Law Group, where every client matters. Serving Newcastle, Elwood City, and Youngstown. Daimio and Olson handles criminal law, bankruptcy, civil matters, workers' compensation, personal injury, medical malpractice, divorce, wills, real estate, and many more legal issues. Call any one of their offices in Newcastle, Elwood City, or Youngstown with these phone numbers. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Daimio and Olson Law Group, where every client matters. It's springtime at Paul D. Weller Hardware in Newcastle. You'll find an assortment of seeds for the garden, tools for lawn care, supplies, wheelbarrows, lawn mowers, hardware help, easy access, and so much more. Paul D. Weller Hardware is located at 207 North Liberty Street in the Mahoning Town section of Newcastle. Call 724-652-1531. That's 724-652-1531.
Hi, welcome back, and it's time for Crane Room 45 weather. Well, last night a little bit muggy with an overnight low of 65. How's your Tuesday look? Well, mostly cloudy skies. There is a 50% chance of showers with a high of 84. Now, as we head to Tuesday evening, the chance of showers diminishes to 20%. And the overnight low will be 65. Your Wednesday, the chance of thunder showers remains at 20%, while partly sunny skies will prevail for the most part of the day, and you'll see a sunny high of 86. Now, your Wednesday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 66, and the chance of rain will be 50%. Now, on your Thursday, chance of showers and thunderstorms hangs around with a 60% chance, mostly cloudy. That low will be 76. That high will be 76. And the low on Thursday night will be 60 degrees. The chance of thunder showers goes down to 30% on Thursday night. And for that music box lunch, partly sunny on Friday with a high of 81. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low of 62. And Saturday, the sun seems to come back with a high of 84. Now, that was Crane Room 45 weather, and we're going to be right back with a wrap-up after these messages.
Whether it's a scheduled appointment or same-day service, DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning offers 24/7 service for commercial, industrial, and residential, as well as fire and water damage restoration. Using state-of-the-art technology, DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning experts are ready to professionally clean your carpet today. Call DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning for a free in-home estimate. Thank you for making us Lawrence and Mercer County's largest carpet cleaner.
And remember, nobody gets your carpet cleaner.
Joshua's Son Rehabilitation Center. From the moment you arrive, you know that you're in the right place. Dr. John Wrightson listens first. He pays attention to detail and then makes the determination. Joshua's Son Rehabilitation. We make the pain go away. The Beanery Depot and Deli. Coffee, made-to-order subs, snacks, and more. Meatball sandwiches, fresh and hot. Pepperoni rolls, fish sandwiches, chicken, milkshakes, the Beanery Deli. When you're hungry for something special, and it won't cost you a lot of beans. Well, that's going to do it here for this Tuesday, August 18th. Hopefully you have a super day in what I call the greatest castle in the world, and hopefully you get out to the Lawrence County Fair. So much going on in and around this city of Newcastle. Make sure you get that second cup of coffee and enjoy your day in what I call the greatest castle in the world in the county of Lawrence. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Meet us downtown or in Cascade Park. Visit Zambelli Plaza or take the river walk. Shop the farmers market, see the arts festival. You'll find it all in Newcastle. Football in the fall, baseball and softball in the spring, basketball and hockey, the seasons in between. Some play volleyball, some wrestle, and so much more in Newcastle. Some call this a little New York City. We celebrate our heritage and history. We celebrate our diversity. We live our lives and build our dreams in Newcastle. See it in our work, see it in our art, see it at the Newcastle Playhouse. And when we celebrate at the Scottish Rite Cathedral, we live our lives and build our dreams in Newcastle.